Good morning, how you doing? It's a brand new day. I was listening to a sermon by Tim Ross. He was at, I believe he said Revere Church, not very familiar. He said the pastor there was Bianca, I think can't remember her last name, but in any event, something he said struck a chord. And of course I'm gonna paraphrase it, but he was saying that it doesn't matter how old we are in Christ. We can be 70 years old and have been saved for 50 years, 60 years, whatever. But standing next to God, we are infants, we are children. And he was basically saying he doesn't want to lose his childlike faith in Christ. He wants to just, dance and doing worship and have fun when he's with his friends and play like a child would in Christ. And he used the example of how, Christmas is no longer fun with adults. And I agree. My family know this is a pet peeve of mine. Basically, he said, with a child, they'll, pin around or they'll tell you things they want, but they don't know what they're getting. They don't know what the surprise is. And, if you got parents like my parent is, they may throw a little something in there that you didn't even know that you wanted. And so, he just said how a 7-year-old will open up present and, oh my gosh, this is what I always wanted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And he's so excited. But as adults, it's like, oh yeah, here's the thing that I bought you that you said you wanted 7 months ago. Not even wrapping it or anything. And so, we lose that. He said we need to keep that childlikeness when it comes to, being in the presence of the Lord and our faith. And I so agree with that. And it took me to this past weekend. Well, y'all be seeing this in the future, but this past weekend, was spending time with my friend Austin, spending time with my friend Pam, and her niece Vanita, and we just have a good time, right? We just have a good time. And so my mom was with us Sunday, and she made a comment to me, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and she was like, I was with the big girls, I said with the big girls or whatever. And to have those experiences with my mom even, and have her out and just enjoying life and just seeing her relax and be in that space, and the joy brings me joy. Because it's a lot going on in the world. We know that, right? And we can work. We can just sit around and worry about it all. Should we be concerned about it? Absolutely. But worrying about it, no. We need to just be with Christ and have that childlikeness with God, with Elohim, And we miss that. We're losing it. We're losing it, y'all. And it just made me think, I want to have so much more fun and continue to have joy. And that's why I talk to people. If y'all don't know, me and Pam co-host on the Waiting Room podcast, we talk about this single season and what we do while we wait and what that looks like. And I'm having a ball. Do I still desire to be married? Absolutely. Do I still desire to have children? Sure do. But until that time, I am going to enjoy myself. I'm not going to sit around moping and sad about being single. And enjoy being with friends, being with family, being in that space, and being in community with other Christ followers. I think that's the biggest part of it. So, I'm surrounded by people, like-minded people, same goals, same ambitions, same principles, and that makes a whole difference to just be in that space and laugh and play. And y'all, I'm just telling y'all, if y'all watch the podcast, you would see me and Pam, like that's what we play all the time. Y'all would think like y'all big 40-something-year-old women, and I feel like hearing Pastor Tim say that and it obviously wasn't today he said it, but listening to the playback of it today validated that for me. Like, we should have fun. A couple of weeks ago, me and Pam met up at Firebirds, and we sat at the bar and was eating and just talking, relaxing. And another lady came up, and we got to talking to her because that's just what we do. And she was just cracking up at us, and we were bust out. Y'all know I would bust out in the song anyway, but we would bust out, honey, and we would harmonize and do all the things. And I was like, we got about six in us before we leave today. And she counted, and we did about 7 or 8. So I knew we had about 6. So, but even her being in that space, we helped bring her some joy. Not that she was down or anything, but it was just a good experience, and we just played. I was had some time. I was like, what you doing? Okay, well, come meet me over here if I heard. She was like, okay, I'll be there, and just play. So don't lose that childlikeness in life, especially with Christ though. And I'm gonna finish this up by saying, echoing what he said, if you didn't have a father or in your life, or father figure in your life, and that reflects your relationship with God, let that end today. He is a good father, and he loves each and every one of his creation. Even those who are not in sonship with him, you are part of his creation. He loves you as well. You may not be reaping the benefits of being adopted in sonship that you could be reaping, but he still loves you, and he wants good for you, and he's going to take care of you. He's going to cover you and protect you no matter what, because that's what a good father does. So you are his creation, and if you don't know him, get to know him. Reach out to me personally. If you have questions, I will be the question answerer, or help you find the question, or connect you with somebody who got the answer to the question. Because I want to see everybody adopted into sonship, so you can reap the benefits of being his child, being a part of the kingdom, and being so wrapped up into the loving nature of him that no matter what you do, the worries of the world ain't got you. Y'all have a blessed one.